Smoking is a public health concern. It is an avoidable cause of diseases and death. Hi, my name is Patrick Rees. Generally speaking, a widening tobacco control policy may help shift social norms, but the acceptability of exposing others to secondhand smoke and cultural attitudes towards smoking is long overdue. We all need to address it. 5-minute documentary, I will need to explore patients, staff and visitors' viewpoints of smoking within the grounds of a National Health Service hospital in the United Kingdom. Despite the various sets of adverts and warnings on our medias, a lot of smokers still turn deaf ears. Not for no reason, but because they find it very difficult to quit smoking.
Every puff damages cells throughout your body. The latest research shows cigarette smoke contains over 7,000 chemicals that spread through your blood vessels, causing inflammation and clotting, restricting oxygen flow, and doubling your risk of heart attack and death.
The addiction to nicotine is a gradual process. Users start to develop a ceremony which is unique to them. After developing the ceremony, it makes quitting nicotine even more difficult.
Hi, my name is Duncan Robertson. I'm a smoker, and I happen through my job to go into lots of hospitals, whereupon I see lots of smokers standing outside the hospital with a large sign behind them saying, "No smoking allowed in this area." One will see people sitting in wheelchairs, minus limbs, with catheters in, with bags hanging on the line behind them, smoking away, ignoring this. Rarely in the hospitals will you find staff out the front, but you most certainly will find patients. And I talk from Scotland and right down into England. It's a very, very difficult situation for somebody who is in hospital. You're traumatised, you're very, very worried, you have these authority figures coming in all the time saying very little to you, treating you sometimes as if you're not there when they're talking to each other about you. So a heavy smoker or somebody who has even a light smoking tendency, it's a relief for them to go outside, have a cigarette, calms them down, the hands stop shaking a bit. But with this policy, it makes them feel that they're stigmatised, that they're lepers or something, that they're standing at the front door, they look bad, they make the place look untidy. It's very difficult, but where you have a shelter or something around the corner, just out of public view, in an area where the smoke is not going to blow into a ward or back into a hospital itself, I think it would be fair that there is some area that patients, and for that matter staff, can do that. I also call on colleges, and in a lot of the colleges they do have a smoking area. The universities will have them as well. But the health, because they say we're all to do with health, they get very upset when they see people smoking outside. And yet it is a standing joke that at most hospitals that I go to, everybody does stand at the front door looking at the sign saying no smoking.
When you smoke, toxins attack your insides, causing your body to rot.
My name is Debbie Austin, and I started smoking when I was 13. Oh, I started because I wanted to look older. I wanted to be cool. I think the addiction was so gradual. You start smoking after school so you can be cool with your friends. By the time you get to a pack a day, you're not going to give them up easily. I was smoking a pack a day before I got out of junior high school. This is an addiction. Everybody does a ceremony to smoking. From the time you get that pack in your hand, it starts. You pack your cigarettes, the way you open them, how we flip our ash, how we hold our cigarette. You have created a ceremony that takes you into a completely different space. This is part of why it's so difficult to quit.
I do feel that it's only fair that people are going through a tough time that they have some relief somewhere, somehow, but it means that you've got to move that smoking area away from the hospital so that the argument that smoke coming in is not going to affect people within the hospital. The worst I ever saw was a children's hospital where they'd actually put the smoking shelter right next door to a ward, so the people who smoked were blowing smoke straight into the ward itself. So a little bit of common sense would help people's nerves while they're in hospital, and just generally make things an awful lot better. You wouldn't have people going, look at those disgusting people standing at the front door. Hope that helps.
Smoking on hospital grounds remains a contentious issue. Government should give adequate support to those that are addicted to nicotine, working either as staff, service users, or visitors on the ward. More support is needed to either stop or reduce the amount of intake.